Now, Barrister, how do you describe what happened in Benin yesterday and the role that Nigeria plays? Let's capture your broad explanation to what happened, democratically, militarily, and socially.
Mr. Okoro, Nigeria committed assault on the sovereignty of the people of the Republic of Benin. It was an assault on the sovereignty of that state. Let us call it what it is, because there was no need for Nigeria to intervene in the internal affairs of a sovereign state. Because when America wanted to do the same here, we oppose it. So how can you now be the chief culprit of what you are condemning? There was no reason and no need for what Tinubu did, except to show that you are stronger and you are bigger than Benin Republic. The other country that they carried that coup, why didn't he intervene? To prove that yes, is the champion of ECOWAS. So hold on, other coups have happened before this one. Is it because the people of the government of Republic of Benin is weak and the country is so small and all that? Is that not the only reason they had the temerity to do what they did? What concerns Tinubu with what is going on there? Or is he thinking of the what that man did before they took him out of office?
What did the man do?
He changed the constitution.
Okay.
Yes.
Arbitrarily?
Arbitrarily, yes.
Did he pass through the
forget about, you see, when these people want to do this thing, they always have a rubber stamp legislature who will carry out their nefarious decision. This country was going for 5 years. First term of 5 years in their presidential tenure. All of a sudden, the man in office now said that they should take it to 7 years. And you are entitled to 2 terms. That means you are talking of 14 years here.
Plus 5.
No, the 5 years now. 5 years before, they added 2 years, making it 7.
Plus another 7.
Plus another, making 14. And the military, they are, of course, this Republic of Benin military, they are very, very, in fact, they are true soldiers. They don't take prisoners. The moment you misbehave, they take you out. They don't have time for discussions.
Okay, but eventually they were taken out by the Nigerian military.
They violated their laws. Under international law, Nigeria have no right to do what they did.
Okay, now, Barrister, that is your position. I would like for us to make some clarification between intervention and interference. What exactly did Nigeria do in this case? Did Nigeria intervene or did they interfere? And I'd like for you to bear in mind that Nigeria didn't just act on its own. They were invited by the president. The president picked up a phone and called Nigeria's president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please, I need help. Send their men, to come and rescue me. Does that look, between you and I, is that interference or intervention?
It was interference because for you to carry out such the assembly, there must be a decision to seek for foreign intervention.
Okay.
Before you can do that, we not call it that. But in this particular case, it was interference.
Okay.
Because no decision was reached by the parliament. It is either the man called his friend Tinubu to save him. And that is the way I look at it. After all, why did they remove you? Why did you want to change the tenure of the president of your country? You are the one that called for this coup. If you want to look at it properly, it was that president that called for this coup. What is wrong if you do 5 years? Yes.
Maybe 5 years is not enough for him to accomplish.
So do what? What you may have to look. Somebody that wants, if your salary is not enough for you, over time will never help you.
Sometimes it does.
No, it cannot. Somebody who could not do anything with 5 years, is it the added 2 years now that will now? What is he going to do differently? And that has been the problem of African leaders.
Okay.
Last week when I was talking about this particular issue, and made mention of this particular unstable government in Africa, that they are the ones calling for it because of their behavior and their activities. If you check, like I showed you in the morning, it is always election. 90% of the election that causes problem in Africa. Election. They wouldn't want to conduct free and fair election, and they wouldn't want to leave office honorably. Then what do you think the other people will be? They will be there clapping for you, Abi. It's not everybody that has the patience of talking and discussion or analyzing like we do on TV and radio. People are just impatient. So don't just don't just wake up the anger in them and you start blaming. You, why can't you caution your members?
Exactly. But Barrister, I was coming to that point. Now, you said that, look, why didn't they intervene in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso?
Yes.
Do you think that because Nigeria has contiguous, contiguity with Benin Republic, it was easier for them to act swiftly? Or does it have to do with capacity or proximity or what?
Well, look, Mr.
Or probably because the people that were affected in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso didn't reach out to the president. Mind you, as at that time, the president was the ECOWAS leader.
Yes. Look, let's look at it from this angle. When Niger happened, didn't the president made effort to intervene and flush out the cookies? Okay. What happened?
Nigerians said no.
Good. Not Nigerians. They not. They not.
But they are Nigerians.
They not. You said no. You cannot.
We also had people from the south that said no.
No, they not.
No, Barrister,
it was mostly the north. It was mostly the north. As always.
Bolaji Akinyemi is not from the north. He's a southerner.
I said the north mostly.
Okay. So it was, let's say, Nigerians. Nigerians said no, don't do that.
No, it's the north.
No, Barrister, no, let's not reduce this thing to another.
Look,
south.
You have started
Nigerians
now. What was, hold on. The north said that those
Barrister, it wasn't the north.
It was the north. No, leave that in. It was the north. They said the people in Nigeria are their cousins and their brothers. That was the thing they were having in mind.
Okay.
That's why it's the north. They came out and said no, that those people are their cousins and their brothers. I remember what Buhari said. So why are you not saying
no, but Barrister, because I can name 4 or 5 southerners, that said no.
What is 4 and 5 against thousands of southerners?
No, it's not about thousands. It's about the leaders of the north. So Nigerians were unanimous in saying, please, President.
It was the north. It was the north.
Okay, so Barrister, land on your thought. I think our viewers understand this.
It's the north. Like always, it's the north. It was them that. So why didn't they come out and stop this one in the Republic of Benin?
That's why I'm saying, because this one happened swiftly. Before Nigerians could wake up and say, Jack, it was all over.
It's because, you see, the Republic of Benin is small and weak. And they don't have the capacity to resist the Nigerian military and air force.
Okay.
These are the only thing that was going for Tinubu.
Like the Nigerians said, if you want your nose to be bloody, just come. We are waiting for you.
Exactly. Yeah. So why didn't they go?
Now, Barrister, why is it easy? Why is it convenient? For ECOWAS leaders, they are quick to condemn coups in Africa.
Don't mind them.
But unable to flaunt their democratic credentials. The failure that pulled those military people.
That is why
is it difficult?
That is why I'm telling them that look, it's not enough to condemn coup. Don't call it, because it will come. Nature abhors a vacuum. Whenever you have created that opening, somebody must feel it. Something must feel it. No matter how you preach, you cannot stop tomorrow from coming. You cannot. So when African leaders have failed to do the needful, it's a matter of time. And maybe this time around, it will be the youth. If you check the military over, they are all young men. They are all young men. Yes. So if African leaders don't go to that AU and talk of how to move Africa forward, one day all of them will be overrun. The way things are going, all of them will be overrun. I'm not joking.
Okay, Barrister, a lot of people are asking, why did it take France, why didn't France come to the help of President Talon? Why did it have to be Nigeria? But we also understand from the grapevine that it was Emmanuel Macron that, put pressure on Tinubu to say, Mr. President, you need to go and help me out in Benin Republic. Why was it convenient for them to use Nigeria instead of coming on their own?
You know, Tinubu have been looking for validation from the Western leaders. So anything he can do to buy their favor, he will do it. He has become their errand boy. You remember that when Niger happened, it was the same Kamala Harris who told Tinubu to do something. Remember, she called him on phone and said, do something. So whenever they want things done in Africa, or in West Africa, of course, their man is here. So when, what's it called? When CIA and FBI are talking of an active agent, you can see where they are coming from. Why would they tell him to do this? Meanwhile, he is supposed to be the leader in ECOWAS. And these are the people he is supposed to be protecting. And a foreign power is telling you to go and you agreed. You do not even look at the reasons for their action. The reasons for their actions. Yes, the man who carried out a coup against the constitution. The military now carried out a coup against him. Is it not balanced?
Okay.
He carried out a coup against the constitution. And then the military now replied.
Barrister, are you angry that the coup didn't succeed?
Are
you angry that it didn't succeed? You said because it looked like you said they created a balance.
Yes.
He carried out a coup against the constitution and the military carried out a coup.
Yes.
Okay, so you support the military junta?
Yes, it would have taught these people a lesson. Seriously. African leaders, they should know that, yes, Big Brother military is watching their back. So that whenever they want to do this, their arrogant behavior, they should think twice. Every time they want to stay put, they change the constitution. Look at Paul Biya. Look at Museveni. And that other woman close to him there in Tanzania. Look at how people are destroying democracy. They are destroying it now. So is it not better they even say, okay, let us go back to a military regime? Instead of deceiving us.
Okay, so
the military are even worse than the so-called, the civilian regime is even worse than the military they are condemning. So what is the essence? Deceiving yourself that you have a democracy.
Okay, so let's say Barrister Agomor supports the military coup in Benin Republic. Now, Barrister, do we see a pattern?
The way you put it is not the way it is.
Okay.
I said it based on what happened.
Based on what happened.
Yes, the president carried out a coup against the constitution.
And the military carried out a coup
and the military now replied him.
Okay, and it balances according to
yes.
Okay, now, Barrister, we see a developing pattern. First Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and now Benin. All four francophone.
Yes. I told you that they don't.
Is it a failure of France as a colonial master, or is it the resilience or resistance of the people that is driving this pattern? What do you think it is?
It is because
but we don't see like Liberia is calm, Nigeria is calm, Gambia is calm, Ghana is calm. So between France and Britain, which one left a better democratic legacy here in West Africa?
It will tell France that the principle of assimilation is no longer working.
Okay.
That assimilation policy, the francophone countries, they are no longer interested. They are more resistant than the anglophone. We like talking. Those people, they don't have time for talking to Renchi. That is why whenever these people behave, they send them package.
Maybe we don't act because the system is convenient for us.
It's because we are docile.
Okay, is it that the colonial masters made us docile?
Yes, they have hypnotized us not to say anything, see anything.
So apparently it's working for them.
Yes, why not? That's why we are docile. This thing that happened in some Anglophone countries, you know very well that it cannot happen in a Francophone country. It can never happen. Okay. But we keep talking. Talking and talking. As a way of solving the problem. Meanwhile, the man that is behind the problem is not even remorseful. It's not remorseful. You can't do this to Francophone country and they'll be looking at you. It's not possible. It's not. Seriously, it's not.
Okay, so Barrister, finally, so what they are saying is that impliedly, the French people left a better legacy for Africans. If Africans can react to situations.
their colonial states are liberating themselves.
Okay, one after the
One
other.
after the other, yes.
While the British ones are still trying to be
we are even calling for more enslavement.
Okay.
That's the irony. Look at what Boris Johnson came here to say the other day. Who sent him a message? Boris Johnson. How did he leave office? In ignominy. And he came here
to validate something.
To preach moral to me. These are the type of colonial masters that we embrace here. Who cannot tell us the truth, who cannot do the truth. They will see if they cover it. Divide and rule. So that they can continue to hold on to us. Is that not what they are doing up with?
Okay, now, Barrister, Nigerians are asking, why was it easy for the president to quickly send troops to quell the Benin coup, but difficult for him to use the same zeal in fighting the terrorists and bandits in Nigeria? Do you share that sentiment?
In fact, it is very obvious now, from what we have, what happened, and from what we can see, the federal government of Nigeria is openly making deals with terrorists.
Yeah, because the thing was very swift, sharp, footprints and all of that, both aerial and land troops, and everybody went in and quelled the crisis. But we can't do the same thing for the past 15 years.
Yes, meanwhile, terrorists are occupying Benin and Plateau villages. Can you beat that? He cannot flood them out.
And we have a president who cannot order troops into that place to go and
flood them out, yes.
So what does that tell you?
It tells you that they are in business together. There is something they have not told us about this terrorism. The way the federal government is handling them speaks volume. You know, when they were having this dialogue and discussion with American congressmen and all that, I said this thing is gradually dying. Because whenever the government doesn't want to do anything, they revert to meeting.
Committees,
panel. And whenever a matter have entered have gone to this level, forget it. They have made Donald Trump very weak now. He cannot even act again. Because the thing have entered into discussion. That will never yield any fruit. Mention any discussion with the federal government that came to a logical conclusion. So this thing they are doing now is just to water things down. Because while they are holding meeting, the terrorists are rampage. Can't you see that? And the government is calling them and appealing to them to release their captives. Look at how they are releasing them in piecemeal. Yes, they allowed they release 100. So many more are there. That means if they pay money, they will not look at those who they pay their money.
Do you think it has anything to do with the effort of the new Minister of Defense?
If it is, why not all of them?
Okay.
You can't bring some and leave some now, because those people they are somebody's children.
Well, since they are negotiating, maybe the part of the negotiation is that look, we release some people. If you feel some demands, maybe there are terrorists that have been here or what, you release them too. Like I would like for us to liken it to the Israeli-Gaza ceasefire, where people were released in bits and pieces, in piecemeal and all of that.
I don't think so.
Is that what it looks like to
No,
you?
it doesn't look like. Okay. Because these guys, they were very, very intentional on what they want. They kidnap them for money. And so, if the money does not come, they are not releasing anybody.
Okay, maybe they have paid for 100 people.
So that's what I'm saying now. In like a transaction, when you pay, they will ship your container for you. And when you now pay, they will ship another container. That's the way it is now.
Barrister, shortly after the coup was quelled, France agreed to support security efforts in Nigeria. Is it some form of coincidence, or is it an afterthought based on the help Nigeria rendered in quelling the coup? What is it for you?
Too many cooks will spoil the broth. How many help do we need? America is coming. I think China even mooted the idea to help Nigeria. Yabi? Then France is coming again. So
France is coming again. I like that word again because you recall that the first time the president went to France after his was sworn, they signed an MOU, and one of the letters of that MOU was that they were going to support Nigeria militarily. But we didn't see anything happen. So why is it happening at this time? Is it some form of coincidence?
No, it's not. It's a political statement.
Okay.
they are not going to do anything. After all, we are not from their bloc. China, I mean, France doesn't have anything to do with Nigeria. We are from the Anglophone bloc. And so France will say, look, you have enough people to help you now. This thing he made is to maybe to compensate Tinubu for what he did in the Republic of Benin. I think that's all.
So, but Barrister, people are asking, Nigerians are asking, if the president is talking with Emmanuel Macron now for military support based on an aftermath of the Benin coup, the Benin coup and Benin Republic coup and all of that, Nigerians are asking, what exactly has our president been doing all this while he's been going to France?
No.
At last count, I think he has visited 4 or 5 times. So when he goes there, what does he talk about, if not security? That is plaguing Nigeria, security, we've been enveloped by insecurity and all of that.
Because nothing came out of it. Is it not obvious that Tinubu are not going to France for any bilateral relationship or any working visit? Is it not obvious? How many times did you see him moving from one ministry in France to the other? How many times did you see him talking and discussing with French officials or Emmanuel Macron?
Yeah, the last time he did. I think the pictures are there. He took pictures.
They took pictures. After that, what happened? Did he not disappear from the radar? No, tell me, did he not disappear from the radar? The remaining days of his visit, did you know how and where he
was conducting meetings on the sidelines
with who?
He was on a working visit anyway.
But how come?
On a working vacation.
How come those things did not yield any fruit? Did you see any? Now.
France at that time promised to support our solid mineral development sector. Do you know what is going on in that sector? Dele Alake seems to be working harder.
Now that the North said they should stop work for 6 months, what does that tell you?
And now the agreement becomes frozen until after 6 months. They will go back to it.
And that means they have to streamline it, and then there should be a proper template on how to mine our mineral resources. Yes, that is the meaning.
So, Barrister, what should be the takeaway of Nigerians and African leaders following the coup, that was foiled in Benin Republic?
It is a lesson. It is a lesson to be learned by both African leaders and African people that Nigeria is losing out in democracy. That's the truth. No thanks to our leaders. It is a clear indication that Africa is losing it on democracy. We are just proving to the whole world that we are not a democratic people. We don't want this democratic culture from the West. That is the meaning. Because apart from this West African coast, mention any other continent where this is prevalent. Continent, if not Africa. That will tell you that we are not ripe for it. Seriously. We are not. And so,
okay, you brought in a fresh new perspective to this. Are we passing through a phase in our political development? Because at a point, Latin American countries were going through phases of coups and all of that. Is that the phase that we are passing through now?
Mr. Okoro, a man at 65, going to 66, please, is such a man a small boy?
No, age is just a number, because those Latin American countries, where they were passing through that phase, some of them were as old as 100 years independent.
Their experience is not the same thing with your own.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? You call them Latin Americans.
We are African.
Yes, we are African. So, besides, Nigeria is the biggest black nation in the whole world. The black nations all over the world, they look up to Nigeria. So, what are we teaching them? What are we giving to them? Mr. Okoro?
No, but Barrister, my question is, West Africa is passing through a phase now. We see a pattern of military coups, as happened in Latin America at some point. Is this a new phase? Are we passing through a phase of I don't know if you read Third Wave of Democracy by S.P. Huntington. He talked about how democracy comes and dies and comes and dies. Is that the phase that we are passing through now?
If it is something that came about from the people, if it is something that came about from the culture of the people, that we don't want this thing everybody is saying, no, we don't want democracy and all that. I will say, okay, maybe Africans, yes, we are resisting democracy. But this is something that is coming from few greedy men who found their way, who found their way to the top echelon of our governance. Are they not the one? Is it the people that told Pobia to stay there?
The people are supporting him.
Hold on now. Is it the people that told this man to change the constitution from 5-year tenure to 7 years? Oh yeah. So it's not the people. When this thing happened, did you see the people jubilating? Did you not see them jubilating until Nigeria carried their wahala to go and who invited them? They should have allowed that man to get
the
out.
President invited them. President Talon invited.
That is how you see the man that even invited Nigeria. I am ashamed of him. I'm ashamed of him.
He was helpless. He was helpless, so he needed help, and Nigeria came to his help.
So, and you think that Nigeria is not helpless before the terrorists have been? No, I will not helpless before these people that are terrorizing.
That's why we are running to US and France, to come and help.
That is wrong. The person that needs help is rendering help to somebody. That is where the irony comes from, Mr. Okoro. Is it not a shame that terrorists have kept Nigeria busy for 15 years and no solution? And now you run to somewhere where some boys say they don't want what is going on in their country. They want to correct the east of the country.
Okay, now, Barrister, you give us your concluding thoughts on this at the end of the program. Let's get into the second topic. Following the recent mass defection of several members of the Rivers State House of Assembly from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressives Congress, APC, the remaining PDP lawmakers have reaffirmed their loyalty to the party and vowed to continue legislative activities in line with the Constitution. In a resolution passed by the minority lawmakers, the auditorium of the legislature quarters was formally adopted as the lawful and recognized hallowed chamber of the House, signaling their determination to maintain order and continuity despite the political upheaval. Well, as reported by the media on Friday, the 10 remaining members of the PDP in Rivers State House of Assembly selected officers and administered the oath of office for the following position: Minority Leader, Deputy Minority Leader, Deputy Majority Leader, Minority Whip, and Deputy Minority Whip. PDP lawmakers who did not defect and their constituencies are Honorable Mrs. Emilia Loki Amadi Obiakpo, Honorable Justina Emeji Emoha, Honorable Ignatius Onwuka Eche 1, Honorable Mrs. Barile Nwako Kana 1, Honorable Mrs. Ezekwe Nkemjika Ogba Ebema Ndoni 2, Honorable Queen Owuma Tony Williams Ahoda East 1, Honorable Lemchi Nyeche Ikwere constituency, Honorable Silvanus Nwankwo Omuma, Honorable Iderima John Dominic Abua Odua, Honorable Mba Bernard Tai. 16 members of the House of Assembly, led by Speaker Martin Ahemele, defected from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the APC. That was on Friday. Yes, I think Friday. But what's going on in Rivers State? 27 lawmakers left last year. Now we see only 10 lawmakers put to the APC. Do you smell confusion? Do you smell confusion in the ranks of the lawmakers?
No. Is it 10 members that went to APC?
Last year, 27
went to
APC. This time, 17 went to the APC. And the remaining 10 have reaffirmed their loyalty to the PDP.
So what it tells is that the infighting in Rivers State is not yet over.
Barrister, come again.
The infighting is not yet over. The peace they signed is the peace of the graveyard. With this particular development, it means that Fubara, if I were him, I would probably change my position or change that agreement because the lawmakers have reneged. We are then not told to return back to the house and maintain the status quo. But they, on their own, they have changed it. So Fubara is now free to say, look, based on this vitiating evidence, the agreement can no longer stand. Will you blame him? And maybe from there, Wike will not react again because he has seen Rivers State as his vineyard where he can operate from. He doesn't want anybody to disagree with him over in that River State. And now that some people have decided to disagree with him, that means the rough fight will continue. In the days to come, maybe more members will defect to PDP.
But Barrister, some analysts argue that Wike is the one behind all of this, that he asked the 17 people to go and the 10 people to remain so that he will have one leg in APC and one leg in PDP. Do you agree with them?
No, I don't think so. The people that went to PDP did that out of conviction.
The people that stayed back in the
PDP. Stayed back in PDP, they stayed out of conviction. They have realized that the road they are traveling Wike will not lead them to anywhere. Yes, that's the truth. And Wike has already known that he's losing out in APC because the relationship between Wike and Tinubu is no longer chumi-chumi.
No, Barrister, I'll check that again. What do you see? What gives you that information?
The usual camadiri, the usual, master-servant relationship, I think is dying down gradually. Because of so many baggages that Wike is carrying, Tinubu is becoming embarrassed with the Wike. That is why with the land scandal in Abuja, with the houses in the US, and so many other things, Tinubu is becoming very, very reluctant in being too close to Wike. And so Wike is seeing it. And now he's looking for where to fall into. But a PDP that he has already stabilized, is that where he's going to? Who will answer him in PDP? Can a Wike go and use the name of PDP to campaign anywhere in Nigeria? Who will listen to him? I told you here that no evil lasts forever. Wike will soon realize that he is neither in APC or in PDP. That means he's nowhere. That's the truth. He's nowhere. Can he boldly come to PDP now, and be a leader of the entire PDP structure without a faction? It's not possible now. He can only lead a faction and not the whole PDP because nobody wants to listen to him again. He sold out. He betrayed himself and his party. So how can anybody trust him again? That is the irony of this he was doing. And I told him, look, Mr. Man, forget about the backing you are getting from Tinubu. He will soon drop you. Because the core APC member, they will not give you a soft landing in APC. After your tenure in Abuja.
Is it at the state level or at the national level?
State and national.
At the state level, he's in control of the APC already. Because Tony Okocha is his man.
Okay, in River State, I mean.
Yes, in River State.
Let him campaign with it now, for you to know. Yes, let's get him campaign.
In APC.
Let him campaign. Whether anybody will listen to him in Rivers. One thing I like the River State people is that they are wise. They know what to do when the chiefs are down. They know.
Barrister, about the 10 people that left, that stayed back in the PDP, technically a lot of people are saying, look, these people have now disagreed with Wike, so that's why they are not joining others to the PDP. If you look at the names, talking about gender mainstreaming, 5 of them are women. And about 7 of them come from the Ikwere-speaking part of River State, which is Wike's homeland. So does it speak to some form of, no, we don't want this, is enough and all of that? Can we progress from that direction?
I just told you
because you talk about Omoma, Eche, Ikwere, Ahoda, all these are Obiakpo, these are, upland people, and all of them are Igbo speaking like Ikwere, and they have this kind of affinity.
Good.
So does it speak to some form of, we can enough of this?
That is the Igbo blood in them. When the chiefs are down, they will take a stand. They will take a stand. Like the Igbo man that I know, they are independent-minded. That's the truth. No matter how an Igbo man is following you, at a point, he will ask himself, what am I doing here? What exactly am I doing? Well, So, I am not surprised. I've told you before now that this is going to happen. Wike will lose out at the end of the day. These 27 lawmakers, they will not continue to follow him sheepishly forever. It's not possible now. It can never be possible. At a point, they will realize they are naked, and that day their madness will stop.
Barrister, I would like for you to hold on to your line of thought. There's an incoming call. Let's take the call. Hello, good evening, and thanks for calling in. Your name and where you are calling from. Hello, good evening. Okay, unfortunately, we lost that call. Barrister, go ahead.
So let him not expect that everybody will dance around him. No. Those who sow in the wind will reap the wild wind. Abi? So Wike will definitely reap all the things.
Okay, I'm sorry, Barrister. The call is coming in again. Hello, your name and where you are calling from. Hello, can you hear me? Unfortunately, we lost the call again. Barrister, land on your thought before.
So Wike, if I were him, this is the time to go and begin to think in retrospect. Where is my political future leading me to? That is the truth. Where is my political leader, my political future leading me to? Because you can see APC people, they've distanced themselves from him. Mention any APC papers that is following Wike. Mention. Mr. Okoro, have you seen any?
At the state level, at the national?
At the state and national. APC people, APC, call APC.
I'm sorry, Barrister. The call is coming again. So let's. Hello, good evening, and thanks for calling in. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening. This is Aina calling you from Lagos.
Oh, beautiful. Go ahead. 1 minute, sir.
No, I want to totally, and I mean totally align with my friend, the analyst in the studio, Pastor Gomo. I want to reaffirm that Tinubu needs Wike for 2027 election for Port to win Rivers State. And after that election, please write today's date. Everybody will pity Wike. The way Wike will fall. And the anointing that he has made so much enemy that when he's falling, nobody will watch his back. Exactly. And believe me, everybody will love to see Wike cry. Exactly. And that is where it's going to end after 2027. Exactly. Please mark my word down. Thank you very much.
We already know.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah. I appreciate it. Do you think that the president will at one point turn his back at Wike?
What are for political survival? Because APC people will tell Tinubu, you either choose us or Wike. Look, don't worry. 2026 is here. As we enter into 2026, you will see some APC, they will look at Tinubu in the face and say, come on, it is either we or Wike. And what do you think will happen?
The president is one man who is not known to abandon friends halfway.
No, not when it comes to his political survival.
I mean, we understand that he has quarreled with a lot of people over time. You hear in Lagos, but he has made up with all of this. Look at Femi Pedro. You know the circumstances under which he was shoved aside as deputy governor. Now his name is in the ambassadorial.
Nothing is cast on stone. At a point in time, things will change.
Look at Moise Banire.
Things can change.
Okay.
He need all these people because of what? Support for 2027.
And after 2027, do you think the president wouldn't need support anymore?
No, he may need them, but a Wike that has become a baggage, he will find a way to drop him because APC people will give a condition.
Okay.
Because the arrogance of Wike, they may not stomach it.
Do you think that the president dumped Ganduje after using him?
Is it not told you? When did you see two of them talking together?
But he's chairman of MPA. He's still in government.
What is it MPA or airport? Abi?
Okay. Yes, he's the chairman of
Nigerian Airways or something.
No, not Nigerian
Airways.
One of those aviation agencies.
Yes. So have you seen any of them talking? Like every time he's always in Aso Rock.
So what will he be doing in Aso Rock?
He's gradually distancing himself from such.
But he's still in government.
That is what I'm telling you. Those people will now see the handwriting on the wall that gradually they are losing out of favor. If you check, even Shetima, all because of public opinion. Yes, Tinubu is very, very mindful of public opinion on his appointees and ministers.
All right, but Barrister, let's get into the third topic, which is related to what we are discussing now. It's about politics and Nyesom Wike. A faction of the PDP loyal to LCT Minister Nyesom Wike has announced plans to conduct state congresses and a national convention to elect new party officials. The factional board of the trustees, board of trustees, BOT chairman Senator Mao Huabunwa revealed this during a BOT meeting at Wike's Abuja residence. I'll take that again. Wike's Abuja residence, explaining that caretaker committees were being formed in crisis-ridden state to prepare for transparent congresses and a credible convention. Huabunwa said that the BOT will support the factional national working committee led by Abdurrahman Mohammed to ensure party affairs are conducted according to the law and established PDP guidelines. He emphasized the BOT's constitutional role as a stabilizing force responsible for safeguarding the party's values, promoting unity and preventing internal divisions, where the planned convention further depicts the PDP's internal crisis as its rivals and other bloc aligned with Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, which previously held a separate national convention in Ibadan that produced Turaki Taminu as chairman amid conflicting court orders. The Wike faction is currently in court seeking to nullify the Ibadan convention. Now, Barrister, still talking about the minister's influence. Now, his camp is planning state congresses and a national convention. How much weight does he still hold in the party? I mean, if you look at it, the Makinde, Mohammed, Turaki's faction seem to be having an upper hand. What do you think? Now, Wike and co are issuing statements from Wike's residence in Abuja, while the Turaki faction are issuing statements from the PDP headquarters. So which party do you think is holding the fort now?
It is not who is holding the fort that is the issue.
Okay.
The issue here, who is the authentic leadership?
Which is more like holding the fort?
Who?
I'm asking you. That's
so you can see that it is not. Because the secretary went to Wike's side, and the chairman went to maybe David Mark.
You are talking about which of the secretaries?
I mean, sorry,
which of the secretaries are you talking about?
Anyanwu now.
Okay.
Is that not true? Anyanwu is with Wike. Then the chairman, Damag is with...
Anyanwu and Damagun's tenure, both of their tenures have expired.
And they are still conducting things. Look.
No, Damagun is not conducting things. It's Turaki Taminu that is conducting on the other side. Then Abdurraham is conducting on Wike's side. But my question is this. Now, Mao Huabunwa, who is the factional BOT chairman on Wike's side, is issuing statements from Wike's residents. Now, we see the other camp issuing statements, the Makinde camp issuing statements from the PDP head office. Who is holding the fort at this point?
It is now left to INEC to choose which of the faction is going to support, because the election at Ibadan was not supervised by INEC, was it? It was not. Is that not true?
They said it was discretionary. That what was needed for them to just inform INEC, and that would be it. Whether INEC likes or not, that they will observe.
Okay,
mind you, Turaki is a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Yes. Is that what the electoral act says?
That's what they say the electoral act says.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I have a precedent that has been set here.
Okay.
In 2019, APC did not contest any election in Rivers State because their primaries was never conducted from...
Observed by INEC.
So what are you now saying?
No, I'm not the one saying.
But I'm telling you now, it says a precedent has been set.
Okay.
And so, I mean, anybody can use it as a reference in court. Are you going to denounce that?
Okay.
And so when
So technically, that renders the Ibadan Convention invalid.
Of course, because 17 out of 36 states came. The remaining ones in court. Don't you have...
No, but they said that with that 17, they formed quorum. Was it 17? At that point, Debo Ologoaba said, look, we formed the quorum.
Okay. So that means the other, how many states now? They never had a representative. Is that not true? Yes? Is that not true? That's the meaning. What does that tell you?
Sir, you and I held this argument one time. If we are 20 and we need 14 to form a quorum, and we have 14 people that form that quorum, because the other 6 people didn't come, does it make that meeting invalid?
Look, most times, the majority will have their way, while the minority will have their say. But in a things like this, the number that is left out is so much. It's almost at...
It's not about the numbers. The argument was that, well, some people didn't come, but we formed quorum. That's the argument. And nobody has faulted it.
No. You see, the number here, if you meet the conditions of INEC and the Electoral Act, we may begin to say, okay, but you violated in so many things.
Exactly my point. So let's move out of the quorum thing. The quorum is not an issue.
Yes, did you conduct your primary from local government state before you came to national?
Okay.
Did you? The answer is no. You can't come to national.
No, Barrister, if the Wike faction conducts these congresses and the national convention and INEC supervises it and recognizes it, that will give them the legitimacy.
No,
act on behalf of PDP.
INEC cannot, because how did the leadership that conducted the election, how did they come about?
Barrister, I'm not saying that the PDP, as far as we are concerned, there is no PDP or what?
It has no leadership. Okay. Is it not obvious? When there are two leadership, baying on the same position, there's no leader there now. There's no leader there. INEC can put the spanner in the works by choosing to recognize the illegal one. And when anybody does anything with them, the other one will be waiting for them at the court. They'll be waiting for them at the court. And I'm sure court will answer them.
No, how will court answer? Court say, well, if you have internal problems, it's your business. Don't come to us anymore. Supreme Court level.
No, not in this particular issue.
Okay. So they are cherry picking now. The courts are cherry picking, or the law is cherry picking.
No, it is when there is an authentic leadership elected in a proper way. Nobody can challenge.
Who makes it authentic? Who makes it authentic?
Sorry?
Who makes it authentic?
Because INEC supervise the...
No, but you just said, what if INEC supervises the illegitimate faction?
But that is where the leader, the party have no leadership, because as that
and so because of that, they can't go to court, because court says it's an internal problem. Don't come to us.
Look,
we don't have a jurisdiction over it.
You have two factions in the PDP now. So which one will the court recognize? Which one will the court denounce?
Exactly my point. So they can't go to court.
Yes, that is.
So that means that the PDP,
leaderless.
That PDP is leaderless. That means there is no party called PDP.
Exactly. Because which one are you going to work with? No, tell me, which one?
Barrister, we are out of time. Can we have your concluding thoughts in 30 seconds?
Look, what I'm saying in essence is that what PDP allowed Wike to do has turned around to haunt all of them. Because they allowed Wike this privilege for too long. Over 2 years ago, when it's almost over 3 years, when he sabotaged them in River State. And nobody had the boss to say, come, why did you work against us in River State? Even when he came out and was very proud about it, nobody challenged him. You see why it is not good to delay. Now, after a lot of water has passed under the bridge, now that a lot of damage has been done, they now said, we expel you. What are you waiting for all this while? What are you waiting for? You can see now.
No, well, Barrister, they say never late than never. Oh, well, this is...
There are things that are very...
Barrister, this is where we have to draw the curtains on political lenses. I've been speaking with Barrister Darlington Agomo, a lawyer and political affairs analyst, and I must say a very big thank you to you. I appreciate your presence, and I hope that we can do this some other time.
The ball is in your court.
All right, now, on behalf of the backroom staff, talking about the technical director, the bus manager, the ingest manager, and the sound engineer, I am Chukwuma Okoro. Up next is Issues with Nana Ndemdita. Please stay with us again on top of the hour of 7 o'clock. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock on the morning show. Bye for now and enjoy the rest of your evening.